everyone to Little Language Artists. So happy to have you here. Today we're going to be learning about character sketches. Character sketches are important tools in the creative writing process and they are lots of fun, so get ready to let your creative mind soar. Before we get started, let's just go over a few things you want to make sure you know and understand by the end of this video. The first is, what is a character sketch? We're going to learn about what a character sketch is and talk more about what it does. Also, you want to know what information does it contain. So what does a character sketch actually contain? What information do you include in your character sketch? If you can answer these questions by the end of the video, you are golden. Alright, so let's get started. Just like artists use sketches when they begin their projects, writers too often use sketches before they start their creative writing process. So let's take a look at the sketch of Elsa, a Frozen favorite. Here we see a pretty quick drawing of Elsa. The artist just drew a picture of Elsa's face. It's lacking a lot of detail. We don't see, what clothes Elsa is wearing. Alls we see, there's no color. Alls we see is Elsa's hair and maybe some of her facial features. Character sketches are similar to sketches that artists use before they start their major project. So character sketches, and here's what you want to know. Character sketches are short histories. They are not detailed and long. In a sketch, we only see the artist doing quick details, not every single little detail about Elsa. For a character sketch, readers aren't learning everything about the character. They're just learning some important details that the writer chooses to share. Also, character sketches serve as an introduction to the character. They introduce readers to an important character. So, when you're introducing your friend, do you take 15 minutes to introduce a friend to someone else or 5 minutes? You would take 5 minutes. It's not something, when you're introducing someone, it's not something that takes a very long time. It's very quick and you only might share important information. Alright, so now that we've covered what character sketches are and what they serve, what purpose they serve, let's talk about how to write one and what character sketches actually contain. In order to do this, let's look at a character from one of my favorite Pixar movies, The Incredibles. We're going to look at Mr. Incredible for this character sketch, and he's going to serve as our model to show us what character sketches include. Alright, so we know that character sketches are short histories. They're not long, and that they serve to introduce readers to a character. But what do they include? Alright, so here's what you want to make sure your character sketches include, and make sure you're taking notes now. You want to include some physical traits about your character. Tell us what the character physically looks like. So, if we're using Mr. Incredible, well, Mr. Incredible's a man. He's a very strong and tall man. Those are some things that the writer would want to include in a character sketch of Mr. Incredible. Next, you would want to include some personality traits. When you think about personality traits, think about only the personality traits that are essential to your character. What makes your character your character? So for Mr. Incredible, well, we know he's a father, and he has a pretty hot temper, and we see that throughout the movie, and it becomes important that we know that he has a hot temper to the movie. He also likes to save people and be a hero, and that's really important too to his development. So those are some of the characteristics that you would want to include if you're doing a character sketch about Mr. Incredible. Lastly, character sketches often include people or relationships that are important in the character's life. So let's look at Mr. Incredible. Well, Mr. Incredible has a wife, and he has 3 kids. So the character sketch would probably include the fact that he is married and has 3 kids. It also might talk about some of Mr. Incredible's superhero friends, maybe the ones that he's really close with. And they would just be very short mentioning those friends. Alright, so we just talked about what a character sketch is and has in it. Now we want to talk about what a character sketch does not contain. So a character sketch does not contain a challenge, it doesn't develop a challenge, and it's not a story. It's just a quick, short little paragraph about the character. serving to introduce the reader to the character. Alright, the most important thing that you want to remember about today's video is that character sketches are short. They're meant to help readers learn what makes that character that character. So what makes Mr. Incredible Mr. Incredible? What makes your character for your creative short story your character? That's all you want to include, nothing more. Alright, now that we have finished the video, I want you guys to look at the forum and answer the questions on the forum. After that, you'll be on your way to starting your character sketch in class for your creative short story assignment. Good luck and have fun, and can't wait to chat more about character sketches. As always, here's a lovely quote about learning and the importance of learning. Thanks for joining me here on Little Language Artists. Have fun!